I'm continuing to watch Lindsay Williams' videos on derivatives. There's, it's not just the banking system that's all fucked up. It's not just derivatives. Look at the explanation that they use of what a derivative is. And it's a bet, or we'll accept your loss. Where else have we seen this pattern? Bill collectors. Boy, have I had experience with that. I made a videotape on Bell Canada phoning me for 30 minutes trying to manipulate me to buy a cell phone that they're saying is free, and but free is not free. That's the manipulation of marketing, and it's a $30 plan. And as I explained, in my other video, because it was so freaking funny, this guy, he's asking me, how much is your phone bill? And it's like $10. And he says, well, you can have this one for 30. And it's like, why would I want to pay another $20 for, but it's free. And the guy kept pressuring and pressuring and pressuring me to buy it. And then I ended up saying, okay, what happens after I don't pay the first bill? What happens to me then? And then he's like, well, then you look bad. So I look good while this guy's trying to get me to buy something I know I can't afford. And yet, the end result of me not paying the bill, I'm the one that's going to look bad, not the sales guy that's pressuring me to buy something I can't afford. Now, to understand the pressure of the corporate world, they use the word free. This guy was on the phone 3 times with me. He phoned me the next day to see if I changed my mind. Then he phoned me the 3rd day and still tried to sell a cell phone. This guy was so desperate, and it's like, what part of I can't afford it can't you understand? And I just don't happen to need a cell phone at the moment, but when you're in survival mode and somebody gives you the opportunity to buy something that's free, you'll take it. I've gone and taken products that I couldn't afford because I absolutely needed it at the time to be able to survive, and ended up having a bad credit. I mean, the first year of my divorce, I had to feed my kids off of a credit card, which I was relying on eventually child support to eventually pay that bill off, which the court systems made sure that I wasn't getting any child support, so there was a debt that I couldn't afford. And what ends up happening is you have these bill collectors buy the debt from the corporation that pressured you into buying these products. They don't even give a shit whether you can afford it or not, because as soon as they sell you their product, they know you can't afford it, but they sell this to, they sell the debt to a debt collector who pays them a smaller fraction of what the product is worth. So the corporation is actually getting the money one way or another. They're not losing by selling you something you can't afford, because they're getting it from the bill collectors. And it does not matter whether you're following any laws. They can say you have a bad credit and you didn't even do anything you didn't even buy a product. I've even had that experience where I haven't even bought a product, and yet I was on some bill collector's list that was phoning me. And you have to prove that you've made a payment. It's like, how can I prove that I've made a payment off a product I didn't even buy? They manipulate the system so much that just the lawyers involved get rich, because you have to hire a lawyer, you have to take time off work, you lose so much money just trying to fight this bullshit system, that they're all functioning, they're all making money in their all corrupt little ways. And it's like putting a square peg, a round peg in a square hole. All systems right now are designed so you can't function in them, and you're going to go crazy. You're going to lose your mind, because you're going to be a good person. You're going to trust in everything that's right, and you're going to work really hard, and you're going to take a lot of caffeine so you can work a lot harder so you can beat the system. And that's what happened to me is I crashed. Nothing's going to get me down, and I can survive everything, and I can do all, and nobody's going to beat me down. And trying to beat a system that's designed for you not to be able to beat them is what will make you lose your mind. So, I started, okay, the whole system's corrupt. It isn't me, it's them. Then as soon as you can see there's nothing wrong with you, then you can't be bought into these medical terms, because they will diagnose you as having something wrong, and then they'll have these behaviors that go along with it. And because these behaviors are suggestive, then you start acting out these suggestive behaviors, and you start believing you're sick, and you're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you. It's a system that wants to make you think there's something wrong with you. It's a system that wants to make you think that you didn't work hard enough and you got to work harder. It's so much of a manipulating system. And if you buy into it, if you believe they are right and you are wrong, you will lose your freaking mind. You have to have confidence in self. And when you have confidence in self and you do not doubt yourself, then you gain power. But that's how evil is trying to work, is make you doubt yourself, make you think there's something wrong with you. And while you're doubting, you lose strength. And then they can take everything away from you. They can take your will of life. They can take all of your energy away from you. They can make you transform into anything they want you to be. So the first thing, you gotta just sort of sit back and go, okay, you win. I can't do the job. I can't be all that you want me to be. I can, so there is a state that you get some power by just letting go. And don't don't let them have the power. You get your power back. And a lot of it is just letting go, and let go of your possessions, let go of everything that you have a tie to. And if somebody wants to take it, don't fight them, let it take it. Let the system just collapse, and trust that you will get more in the end than what you ended up with. Anything that you lost can be replaced. And the new system, if we can all understand everything that's wrong, and we can really transform it on a global level to everything that's right, there's no reason why we can't have the best of everything that life offers. This is where this 2012 transformation, evil wants you to think it's going to be the destruction of everything, but it's going to be a transition of we get everything. As long as you're not tied, as long as you not become the stuff that makes you happy. When you learn how to be happy within yourself without stuff, that's when you can start really enjoying what life is about. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy a boat on a lake and go fishing. It means you develop a system where you're not doing any harm to the lakes, to the fish. We're doing everything that's right, and enjoying, and making sure all is enjoying, and not your joy is coming from taking advantage of somebody else. There's no reason why we can't all have the best food, but are we eating properly? I'm on a eating everything raw, and my God, is my health ever improving just by eating raw? It can. I've seen documentaries and scientific proof that it gets rid of um, diabetes. It can get rid of so many illnesses if we did things that are right. We just happen to know everything that's wrong. Open your mind to everything that's right, and you'll see a completely different picture unfold. So, bottom line, these derivatives, we've seen the pattern of derivatives in every aspect of our economic system. It's the bill collectors. They are doing the same thing. They're betting on the idea that you can't pay for the stuff. They manipulate and brainwash you into buying something that you cannot afford. Peace out.